His Excellency Dr. Thongloun Sisoulith, Prime Minister, Lao Democratic Republic, and Her Excellency Madam Nali Sisoulith, the Honorable Anand Panyaruchun, former Prime Minister of Thailand, Excellency Pen Sarasa, Minister of Commerce of Kingdom of Cambodia, representing Prime Minister Samdech Hun Sen, Excellency Minister of Foreign Affairs of Laos, Excellency Minister of Commerce of Laos, Kunarin Jira, Chairman, ASEAN Business Advisory Council, Ambassador Pradap, our co-chair for the forum, Mr. Alan Pang, Director, Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office, our host for tonight's dinner, Mr. Kuna, Managing Director of QI Group, the title sponsor of the forum, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening and welcome to all of you to the ASEAN Community Leadership and Partnership Forum. We are extremely delighted to welcome here His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Laos People's Democratic Republic, the former Prime Minister of Thailand, and 6 other ministers from Laos and Cambodia to be present with us here this evening. The ASEAN Community Leadership and Partnership Forum is jointly organized by the ASEAN Business Advisory Council, the Nation Building Institute of Thailand, the ASEAN Studies Center at Chulalongkorn University, Asia Center in Bangkok, and the Kingsley Strategic Institute. We hope that the forum, starting tonight and tomorrow, can contribute to a sharing of insights, ideas, and knowledge on ASEAN, and to discuss the challenges and vicissitudes facing ASEAN in the years ahead in this critical new era of digital disruption and trade and technology wars. ASEAN in the past have highlighted and celebrated our 4 Cs, the Charter, Community, Connectivity, and Centrality. Moving forward, we need to further strengthen these 4 Cs. There is a need also to focus on perhaps what I would describe as a very important 4 Ps to ensure the sustainable, inclusive future development of ASEAN: peace, prosperity, people, and partnerships. At the same time, ASEAN also needs to address the 4 Ds: disruption, the development divide, digital gap, and debt. ASEAN must prioritize people, connectivity, and human development, and seek to promote and achieve the UN's 17 Sustainable Development Goals. We have been a strong advocate for tripartite partnerships between government, business, and civil society to help push the SDGs. We hope that the ASEAN Summit have addressed these key challenges and strategic issues so that we become a more united, cohesive, and forward-looking ASEAN. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that the 4 E's are equally important for ASEAN: economic growth, employment creation, environmental sustainability, and energy security. We hope ASEAN governments will continue to be both business as well as civil society friendly, because this is a way forward to strengthen tripartite partnerships. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a very special night for us, for we would like to honor two very distinguished men in ASEAN, leaders who have contributed to the growth and cohesiveness of ASEAN. His Excellency Dr. Thongloun Sisoulith, Prime Minister of Lao PDR and former chair of the ASEAN Summit 3 years ago, as well as the Honorable Kun Anand Penyarachun, former Prime Minister of Thailand. Last year, when we met in Singapore, we conferred the Distinguished Lifetime Achievement Award on Emeritus Senior Minister Goh Chok Tong. And this year, we felt that from the most developed state in ASEAN, we should focus on an important partner for ASEAN, Lao PDR, by honoring Prime Minister Dr. Thongloun. And we hope that this can also lead to greater focus on business and investment opportunities in the Lao PDR. And we do hope that our business community here will look at more investments in Lao PDR. I would speak more on these two distinguished leaders later tonight when I read the citations. But I must at the outset also thank Prime Minister Dr. Thongloun for hosting our forum in Vientiane 3 years ago. It was an honor for us to bring this forum to Vientiane. We also tonight will honor a prominent business leader with an ASEAN Entrepreneur of the Year award, which will be conferred on Mr. Goh Peng Ooi, founder and chairman of the Silver Lake Group, who has been described by Forbes as Malaysia's first technology billionaire. But more than that, he's also a business philosopher and a mathematician with a lot of ideas to share. Lastly, I would like to thank the Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office for being the host for tonight's dinner and our title sponsor, the QI Group, for your support. Thank you also to Silver Lake for sponsorship and to all our partner organizations for working together with us in helping to make this forum a success. A special thank you to Ambassador Pradap, Ambassador Kunarin Jira, Professor Kriengsak, James Gomez, Professor Sutipan, for all your advice and assistance. We hope you will all have an enjoyable dinner and a fruitful forum tomorrow. I thank you.
Excellencies, Dr. Thongloun Sisoulith, Prime Minister of Laos Democratic Republic, Excellencies, Kun Anand Penyarachun, former Prime Minister of Thailand, Tansis Michael Yeoh, Chairman of the Organizing Committee, Ambassador Pradap Piboon Songkham, Kun Arin Jira, co-host of this conference, Excellencies, Ministers from various countries, Pan Surasak from Cambodia, Minister Chalerm Chai, Minister of Foreign Affairs from Laos, Minister Arun Keo from Laos, and Minister Nalong Chai, who is here today, Kun Amalet Siraon, Minister Amalet Siraon, and many of the distinguished guests, all the honored and invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Professor Sutipan, also a dear friend from young age, who has been helping in this conference as well, from the Jirathiwat family. Let me say at the outset, it's my deep privilege to be asked to give an introductory speech to the gala dinner and also the Lifetime Achievement Awards tonight. Tonight's award presentation is to recognize two key leaders who have lived exemplary life and have demonstrated a lifetime commitment to ASEAN community. It is organized by Kingsley Strategic Institute, ASEAN Business Advisory Council, ASEAN Study Centers, the Asia Center, and my own institute, the Nation Building Institute. As chairman of Nation Building Institute, and on behalf of the organizing committee, which I've been asked to be advisor to, let me briefly mention how nation building is so important to the ASEAN as a whole. Let me say this, that nation building is a task for us all. We all have done state building, but to build a nation towards an identity which is very clear and very principle basis, we need very clear ideas to move forward, especially when we are in ASEAN together as a larger community. We need to have ASEAN identity as we build our nation. Consequently, we need all the efforts of every sectors involved, be it the public sector, the private sector, and the people sectors, so that we can integrate our effort together and not allowing just the government who lead the public sector alone to do its task, which will fail ultimately to some level. Consequently, countries that move forward together need to play a bigger role in using all the internal context of our country and also the broader context externally, whether it be regional and international. That's why this meeting is very meaningful. At this time when Thailand is chairman of ASEAN this year, we hope very much that working together of ASEAN will bring together key important issues that could be outlined clearly. Today, Dr. Supachai Panichapak, an eminent person in the Thailand and the world, had stated something so succinctly, which I have to concur and echo. We need to work together very hard. And with this philosophy in mind, we need to think of those who done well, so that they can be seek out and set apart, so that the world could look at them and see them as role models. Therefore, Lifetime Achievement Awards would bestow honor on people whose role models of leadership, coupled with lifetime effective management and commitment, with moral base in their ways, could be an example that we should really seek to honor. Therefore, we look for people that have leadership role as good role model, as well as people with commitment to the ASEAN community and positive examples that others can emulate. It is my belief that the most effective way to teach is by deeds, not just mere words. Therefore, we as human beings need both abstract ideas as well as concrete actions so that we could move forward together. Knowing abstract concepts without seeing concrete action is not sufficient. And seeing action without understanding the concept clearly, we may be very sporadic in our effort. It can be misleading. And we cannot apply across other contexts. I believe, therefore, the two key leaders that will be recipients of these awards tonight are honorable and shining examples of people who have devoted their time, talents, competencies for the well-being of their people and the world. In the public spheres, we hope that others would be able to recognize, as we do tonight, they who have greatly contributed to ASEAN for their own countries and beyond, and the world at large. Prime Minister Anand is something really clear in our mind, who have created such a tremendous impact in ASEAN when he was Prime Minister. I have the privilege of working with him for many years and seen him in action, and I honor him from the bottom of my heart. Dr. Thongloun, I met many, many times, and I see him such an honorable gentleman who have done great work for Laos. And therefore, let me say how much gratitude I have to be asked to come and say the introductory words for these recipients of the honors tonight. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Professor Kriengsak, for your kind words and partnering us for the ASEAN Community Leadership and Partnership Forum. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we now enter a very special occasion where we have the privilege to witness the conferment of the Distinguished Lifetime Achievement Award to two very highly distinguished individuals. For this occasion, I would like to invite the following honorable gentlemen to take their seats on stage. His Excellency Dr. Thongloun Sisoulith, His Excellency Kun Annan Panyarachun, His Excellency Pan Sorosak, and the co-organizers of the ASEAN Community Leadership and Partnership Forum, Dr. Michael Yeoh, Professor Dr. Kriengsak, and Mr. Arin Jira. I will now hand over the time to the chairman of the ASEAN Community Leadership and Partnership Forum, the president of the Kingsley Strategic Institute, Dr. Michael Yeoh, for this very special segment.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to firstly read the citation for the conferment of the Distinguished ASEAN Lifetime Achievement Award on His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Lao People Democratic Republic, Dr. Thongloun Sisoulith. His Excellency, Dr. Thongloun Sisoulith, is the Prime Minister of the Lao People's Democratic Republic since 2016. Previously, he was the Deputy Prime Minister from 2001 to 2016, as well as a Minister of Foreign Affairs from 2006 to 2016. The Prime Minister obtained a master's degree in literature and linguistics and a PhD in the history of international relations from the Academy of Social Sciences in Moscow. He was an instructor in Vientiane University and served in the Ministry of Education and the Prime Minister's office. He was also Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of Labor and Social Welfare, President of the Committee for Planning and Cooperation, and President of the Committee for Investment and Cooperation. He was President of the Lao National Committee for Energy. Since he served as a Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs in 1987, and throughout his year as Minister of Labor and Minister of Foreign Affairs, and then Deputy Prime Minister and Prime Minister, His Excellency Dr. Thongloun Sisoulith has been involved in and contributed to ASEAN regional cooperation for more than 20 years. He has also ably chaired the ASEAN Summit held in Vientiane in 2016. For his contribution to the growth and development of the Lao People Democratic Republic and to ASEAN regional cooperation, we are pleased to confer on His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Lao People Democratic Republic, the ASEAN Distinguished Lifetime Achievement Award. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending our heartiest congratulations to His Excellency Dr. Thongloun Sisoulith. May I now invite His Excellency Pan Sorosak, Minister of Commerce, representing His Excellency Prime Minister Samdech Hun Sen, who was a previous recipient of this distinguished ASEAN Lifetime Achievement Award, to present the award to Prime Minister Dr. Thongloun, accompanied by the Chair of ASEAN Bank, Professor Kun Arinjira, as well as Professor Dr. Kriengsak.
Congratulations, Prime Minister, for receiving the Distinguished Lifetime Achievement Award. We would now like to invite the Honourable Prime Minister to give us a special address.
Honourable Tan Sri Michelle Yeoh, Chairman, ASEAN Community Leadership and Partnership Forum, and President Kingsley Strategic Institute, Honorable Excellency Anand Panyarachun, former Prime Minister of Kingdom of Thailand, Honorable Minister of Commerce of Kingdom of Cambodia, on behalf of the Somdet Techo Maha Sena Bodi Hun Sen, Prime Minister of Kingdom of Cambodia, Mr. Kriengsak, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my friends. At the outset, I would like to express my appreciation to the Kingsley Strategic Institute and relevant parties for inviting me to this gala dinner of the ASEAN Community Leadership and Partnership Forum this evening to accept the Distinguished ASEAN Lifetime Achievement Award. This is very meaningful, not only for me, but also to the people of Laos. I also wish to extend my deepest gratitude to the Kingsley Strategic Institute for recognizing my modest contribution toward the overall regional development as well as effort to narrow the development gap in ASEAN. I commend the important role played by the Kingsley Strategic Institute in promoting cooperation between the public and business sector in this region. I would also like to thank the Institute for its strategic policy, recommendations, and useful advices to both the governments and business community as they prepare for the fourth industrial revolution through organizing meetings and forums to exchange views and share experience. This has contributed significantly to strengthening capacity of business and also promoting a strong public public-private partnership. For the Lao PDR, since our accession to ASEAN in 1997, we have worked actively with other ASEAN member states to contribute to building and strengthening the ASEAN community. In doing so, we have pursued a policy on national sustainable socio-economic development that is in line with ASEAN development efforts. We have benefited significantly from utilizing our domestic potential with the cooperation from the private sector as well as support from fellow ASEAN member states. Development partner also an international organization and financial institution. In this context, the Lao PDR has focused its effort on creating conducive environment for trade and investment by reforming regulations, legislation, and mechanism to speed up process and move step by step toward the modernization. At the same time, we are moving from the commodity-based economy, such as natural resources, mining and electricity, to an agro-industry and value-added production that that can promote job creation and income generation for the people, thereby enhancing the socio-economic development in Lao PDR. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, in my view, enhancing ASEAN connectivity and integration, trade and investment promotion, MSMEs developments, as well as expediting negotiation for the regional comprehensive economic partnership or ASEP will bring important benefit to all ASEAN member states. The Lao PDR will continue its cooperation with ASEAN member states in further advancing the ASEAN community. Finally, once again, I would like to express my sincere thanks to the Kingsley Strategic Institute, particularly President Mission Yeoh and other relevant parties for this honorable Lifetime Achievement Award. I would also like to extend my warmest congratulations to His Excellency Anand Panyarachun, former Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Thailand, on being conferred this distinguished award as well tonight. I would like to thank all distinguished guests present here at this gala dinner for honoring tonight's ASEAN Lifetime Achievement Award recipients with your presence and encouragement. Thank you very much.